Isabella Vance did not move when the memory returned. It did not arrive gently. It struck, like heat behind locked doors finally finding oxygen. Marco's penthouse felt smaller, as if the glass walls had leaned inward. Outside, the city kept breathing. Inside, something ancient burned again. Enzo Russo, the architect. The name did not echo. It settled heavy, familiar, poisoned by time. Isabella's fingers tightened on the marble table. The surface was cold, but her skin remembered fire. Marco watched her differently now, not as a threat, as a fracture widening in something valuable. "You know him," he said quietly, not a question anymore. Victor froze. Even Luca's impatience dissolved into focus. Isabella tried to speak, but breath failed before words formed. A pressure built in her chest, soundless and sharp. Then the past opened. Not memory place, stone corridors. Smoke that never fully left the walls. Voices speaking Sicilian like it was a private inheritance. A child behind a door watching men sign endings disguised as business. Then fire. Not flames alone, collapse. Screams that never finished because no one remained to hear them. She inhaled sharply. The penthouse returned, but the fire stayed. Marco stepped closer. "Isabella." Her name sounded different now. Less command, more caution. "I was there when my family stopped existing," she said. No softness, just fact. Luca muttered, "Everyone says that about old wars." Victor silenced him with a look. Isabella didn't react. "Not a war," she said. "A removal." The word changed the room. Design, not chaos. "Who?" Marco asked. Silence stretched, measuring loyalty against truth. "Enzo Russo," she said. The room didn't react loudly. It reacted correctly. Victor exhaled like a theory confirmed. Luca frowned. "Never heard." "You have," Victor cut in. "Different names." Marco remained still. "Then shift." "The architect," he said slowly. Isabella nodded once. It cost her more than it should have. Marco turned to the glass wall. "Why target Morty?" "He doesn't target families," she said. "He dismantles systems." Victor's tone sharpened. "Financial architecture," she nodded. "He repositions people, then watches them fall." A heavier silence followed. "You survived," Marco said. "Not admiration, analysis." "I wasn't supposed to," she replied. That honesty landed deeper than anything else. Marco studied her longer now. Something recalibrated, not trust, alignment. "I need him," he said. Victor snapped, "Too early." "No," Marco replied. "Late." That word changed everything. "He knows where," Marco said, looking at Isabella. She stiffened. She understood she was no longer witness. She was key. Victor warned, "If she's emotionally involved." "She is already involved," Marco cut him off. "So are we." The weight settled. Decision was no longer whether to use her, but how much she already controlled. That should have frightened her. Instead, it clarified everything. Enzo was still moving. Marco opened his laptop. Cold light filled the room. "Every ledger tied to Russo," he ordered. Victor worked instantly. Luca stayed restless. Isabella remained still but not passive, calculating. She knew Enzo's pattern not by study but survival. "He won't stay in one place," she said. Marco looked up. "Explain." "He builds exits before entrances, not escape transition." Victor paused. "That's not standard." "It's architectural," she said. Marco repeated it. "The architect," she nodded. "Not a nickname, a method." Victor leaned in. "Then he's leaving the country." Marco tapped the table once. Decision forming. A line appeared on Victor's screen. "Movement flagged," he said. "Private aviation corridor. Restricted clearance. Departure window under 6 hours." "Origin?" Marco asked. "New Jersey private terminal," Victor replied. Luca swore. Marco stood. "Final." Isabella felt it, execution beginning. "You decode him," Marco said. "Assignment, not request." She hesitated. Helping meant deeper descent. Not helping meant Enzo disappearing again. She sat. "Give me access." Victor turned the laptop. That trust shift sharpened Luca's suspicion. Marco did not interfere. That mattered most. Data streamed noise to others, language to her. Minutes passed. Then she stopped. "This isn't full movement," she said. Marco leaned in. "He's staging perception," she added. Victor frowned. "He wants panic," she said, "but he never moves in panic." Silence tightened. Marco's tone lowered. "Then what?" Isabella's realization formed slowly. "He's distracting from real extraction." "Of what?" Luca asked. She already knew. "The girl." The room froze. Victor straightened. Marco narrowed his eyes. "He separates attention," Isabella said. She pointed. "The jet is bait." Victor whispered. "Then where is he going?" Old patterns surfaced. Not new routes habit. Her hand slowed. Recognition hit. Marco noticed. "What?" "There's a secondary route." "Where?" Victor pressed. "Private corridor, unregistered." Marco stepped closer. "Where does it lead?" Her voice dropped. "Out before the first jet lands." Silence struck. Victor exhaled. "Then she's already moving." "Luca, we're late." Marco shook his head. "No." Then to Isabella, "You know his language." Dependency formed under pressure. "We intercept transition point," Marco said. She looked again and saw it. A hidden coordinate pattern. "Signature behavior." "I know where he's going," she said. "Where?" "Not New Jersey." Pause. "He's already active from a second terminal." "Where?" Her eyes locked. "Newark's secondary strip." 40 minutes. Silence collapsed into certainty. Marco closed the laptop. "The hunt begins," he said, and Isabella understood he wasn't escaping. He was already gone. And if they failed now, they would not chase him. They would chase what he left behind. If you stopped here, you only know half the truth. The real story, the part that will shock you, move you, and stay with you, is still coming. Subscribe now. Hit the bell and come back, because we're not done